So, good morning guys. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. We have got to get to work today. It's the day that you go, if I don't process, if I don't can, if I don't shred, if I don't hang up, if I don't freeze all this produce that our gardens have produced, I will be forever behind. You tell it, Harold. So I want you to see our zinnias are doing beautiful. This is one of our zinnia patches. The ones that I have up in the larger garden, way up there, those are all volunteers. I actually put my own seeds in right here. And it seemed like this garden was kind of a delay this year. We kept watching and waiting, and it is packed. Most of everything that you're seeing right now, other than some sunflowers and the anasazi beans, this is Cherokee tan pumpkins, and they are coming on. Praise the Lord. But isn't this beautiful? Just one row, one row of seeds. The bees are happy. Y'all really need to be thinking about continually. You don't have to replace your vegetables per se with pollinator-friendly flowers, but I'm getting a lot of reports from people that are saying, we haven't seen bees at all this year, like none. So this is why I tell you I have cosmos like crazy, cleome, sunflowers, zinnias. I just pick like 5 really, really good flowers, my top pollinators and herbs, and I do it every single year. Most of them come back on their own, but really want to encourage you. I want to see if I have a zucchini. Let's find out. Okay, so welcome to the jungle. This is the time of year where everything starts looking like a jungle. It's just unavoidable here. Look, look, hi baby. So this has bounced right outside of the fencing here. And you can see there's the bloom. And then of course there's the pumpkin coming on right underneath it. Isn't that precious? Okay, I had to move my ladders because the pumpkins, James is helping me. Okay, we're gonna find out if we have this zucchini. So my zucchini plants like completely didn't do anything this year. I've gotten one zucchini. I know that's the strangest thing you've ever heard of. I think I saw another one the other day, so I'm gonna get in here and investigate. But I wanna tell you something before we get lost in translation and talking. If you are first time canning this season, or because I have a lot of you asking me to do a lot of videos on that, I'm gonna do the best I can with that. I've done a lot in the past. Pick very simple recipes from reputable books or from your manuals. Do not, this is so, I don't know if this is hypocritical or how I would say this. If you're watching anything online, a blog, something on Facebook, YouTube, wherever, and they are not going through the appropriate procedures in terms of canning via like a ball canning book or a manual, you need to not do it. There's a video that I'm going to link below from a lady that just about died, y'all, of botulism. And she goes through, I've watched a little more than half of it, but she goes through the things that she did wrong. And she didn't know what she did wrong. And she just willy-nillied it on canning and had no idea what she was doing and got her in a heap of trouble. So, like, for example, pick very simple, stupid recipes. If you've never canned tomatoes, don't try to do some weird marinara you saw on Facebook. Just do tomatoes, okay? Don't make it a big deal. The point is that you're learning and you're doing things the appropriate, safe way. You can always turn these items into something later. Slow and steady. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to lose your foods. So this is why I'm a stickler about that. So I'm going to put that link up below. Well, I think I waited too late. So this is probably, oh my gosh, look what has happened in like 2 days. Now there is a chance here though that I could get a couple of more. So there is a chance. Okay, so we have another pumpkin there. It's coming on. Pumpkin down here coming on. Blooms over there coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just by standing here, I can count at least 5 and others. So right now in this whole patch, at a minimum, and you know they're hiding from me, I know I've got at least 10 pumpkins. My goal this year was to just get 1 or 2, if I could, to seed save again for my Cherokee tans and go from there. Okay, how am I gonna get out of here? James, right here, this is his favorite, like the cactus. See, when I mix my seeds, I've just mixed them all up. Look here, here's like the cactus zinnia. It's like, hey honey, it's Go Big Orange. So my favorite sunflower this year is starting to lean over and starting to dry out. We've had a lot of heavy rain the past couple of days, so that's why things are starting to look like a jungle. But this is the one that I want to seed save from this year. So right now you can see the bees. I've shown this before the other day. Bees are typically all over this one. So this one has done very well this season and has lots and lots of glorious blooms. So what I want to do is give it a little bit more time, but this is the one in particular I have to seed save from. So we're going to talk and work at the same time. I'm taking in any possibility of life as far as the more tomatoes. I want to try to bring in or process as much as I can today, because you know it takes me, you ladies out there that can, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't just walk in the kitchen and can. Well, maybe you do, I don't know, but I don't. I have to go through the process of cleaning things up. I'm not looking for, you know, a DIY, you know, Betty Crocker kitchen, but my dishes have to be done, my counters have to be cleaned, things are out of the way, everything's organized, dogs are barking, you know, real life. So some of these could be on the vine a little bit longer, but I don't want any more to split. We've had quite a few actually split this year because of the high heat, then the heavy rain, and then the long high heat. So you have to really watch that. So if they're starting to turn, and that one actually has a bad spot on it, look, it happens. I'm gonna let them try to turn as much as possible in the house at this point. Save as much as I can. See what I'm talking about? That one right there is split. Now look here, I also want to take a moment and show you the elderberries. They're starting to turn. I'm gonna have to put out my netting like immediately because I don't want to lose my berries to the birds. When your berries turn dark like this, the birds are like automatic magnets. I mean, they just swoop in and take them. So you have to, you know, try to save what you can, put bags on them, or netting like I'm gonna do. But this is what it looks like. I wanna show you again. People ask me all the time. I have a video or two on elderberry. I wanna show you the structure of that. It's like an umbrella. That's not poke salad Annie, honey. Those are not poke berries. So last night I finally picked Tawanda, you know, my big, large tomato, and I have a couple of others. You can see right here, I've got another one. I'll take her. These are pineapples. They are an heirloom tomato, and that's what they look like. So these are beautiful tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, but Tawanda definitely took the cake. She was over 2 pounds, and I picked her yesterday because I noticed from a distance it looked like she was splitting. So she could have ripened on the vine just a little bit longer, but I didn't want to let her split like that. Don't do me like that. So I brought her in and weighed her. So we've got a couple of other little sisters on the vine. Tawanda. Remember guys, she is a pineapple. So not a pineapple, but a pineapple tomato. So I'm in the kitchen and we're getting all this stuff out and I'm getting ready to can and clean. Yes, I did clean, but we have so many things to put up. So we're gonna have to go through all this again. But here's the question that I wanna ask you guys. It's a hot topic. If you hear noise in the background, it's hustle bustle morning time. It is what it is. So what I wanna ask you is what are you seeing in your area? We've talked about this before about workers. Where are all the workers? Why are people not working? Now, I can come up with some reasons, but I want to hear yours. So this is what kind of, we talk about this all the time. So the other day we talked about tourism. I posted a video about that. We talked about, and I also posted an article showing the restaurants that are closing. One restaurant, they don't have the employees. So where the heck are all the employees? Now, this is kind of a hot topic and there's a lot of different angles that we can debate about this. So I'm just going to talk about what we see, what we talk about, and what's in our area. So businesses are closing here. May not be closing in your area, but businesses are closing here because, well, inflation and lack of employees. If they're not closing yet, they've had to severely reduce their hours. And this is private businesses, this is fast food, this is all kinds of different places that you'll go up and you'll be like, they're not even open anymore. Or you'll walk up and you go, I didn't think they closed till 6. They close now at 4 or 5. So this is everywhere here. So what's going on in your area, let us know, because that's the whole point of this conversation. But where is everybody working? How are you feeding your dogs and your kids and your chickens? What are you doing? Because we all know we have to have some sort of income in order to function. You have to have a job. Somebody in the household most likely has to have a job. Obviously, if you're retired or whatever, that's different, duh. But I'm just saying, you have to have a source of income. So where are all the employees? Now, another argument that everybody's talking about is, the minimum wage being, 7, 8, 9, I'm only making $9 an hour. I'm going to hurt your feelings. If you live in my area and you are working at a job that pays $9 an hour, $8 an hour, you are there because you love it or because you are getting some type of benefit that you can't get anywhere else. So that would be your personal reasoning for that. Maybe it's insurance, I don't know. But also maybe you only work, maybe 8 to 10 hours a week and they're very flexible with you and other things that you're doing. I'm talking about when people say, I'm only making $8 or $9 an hour, the rest of us now are looking at you going, why are you doing that? Because we can take you all around town, all around Knoxville, all around Maryville, all around Sweetwater, all around Lenoir City, all around Tennessee, East Tennessee. And we can show you jobs that are starting at $12, $15, $16, $18, $23 an hour, depending on the place, depending on your qualifications. And it doesn't look like it requires a whole lot. So yesterday, my son had an appointment, so we ran out yesterday afternoon, and afterwards I told him that I would take him to his favorite. He loves to go to, what's it called, Panda Express? I call it Kung Fu Panda. I said, we'll just hit the drive-thru, you get your favorite dish, whatever. I want you to look at what they are hiring for, what they're hiring people in at as far as wages at Panda Express. Same situations are going on across the street at the Chick-fil-A. You can go down the street at Wendy's. Now, here's the thing. I think Wendy's is paying a little bit less. So, you know what's going to happen? Why would I go work at Wendy's and make $12 or $13 an hour when I can go to Panda Express and start at 15, or Chick-fil-A making 15, 16, 18, 23, depending on, why would I? So what's going to happen is, and what I feel is potentially happening, we've seen this sort of rise in pay in different places because there's competition. So that is the whole point. If one place is driving the market for paying wages, then the rest of them are going to have to rise to the occasion. But here's what bothers me. These higher paying places are still hiring. So if you've worked I'm making an assumption here, okay? So I'm assuming that if you have worked some fast food or in the food industry, grocery industry, you could maybe qualify for a management position at one of these places, depending on your qualifications. I think that's probably what we're talking about with the $23 an hour. It's $46,000 a year. That ain't bad change for around here. Now, you folks that live out in California and all these other places, we already know y'all are in la la land off the planet with all what you have to pay and your housing and all that. But we know, okay, everybody knows the cost of living is different in California than it is Tennessee. That's why y'all are moving here and you're driving our prices up. We know. But stick to the point here. $46,000, that's not bad money here. And so my point is you can go get these jobs. They are readily available. You go out, put your application into 3 or 4 different places. If you've kept your nose clean and you're a little bit, you're a decent person, they're probably going to hire you, and you're going to start out making a whole lot more than minimum wage. So this whole minimum wage argument is out the door here, because we're paying that $15 plus in so many places, but nobody's taking the jobs. How are people paying their bills? What are people doing now? I know 2 years ago, I know a year ago, I know 18 months ago. I'm asking about right now. So guys, where is everybody? What's everybody doing? How are people making it? How are people driving around and getting food and paying for $4? It's $4 now here. Gas is anywhere from $4 to around $3.99 to $4.29 a gallon. That's not diesel. Just depends on where you go. But how are people doing it? How are people making it? What is going on? What are you seeing? Because it is every time we go out, this conversation happens in the car. I take pictures and we say, look, they're hiring. Look, they're hiring. And it's the postal service. It's Home Depot. It's fast food. Folks, it's everywhere. What are you seeing? What's happening? All right. We got to get busy. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for all of the views and the new faces, and let us know what you'd like to see as far as videos. We'll do what we can for you as quickly as we can, because this is the busiest time of the year. This is the busiest time of the year for us right now. Not planting. Planting is busy, but now when everything starts coming in like this, you gotta move. You gotta move to the groove like sandwich bread. Like, subscribe, and share. Comment below. Thank you for all of your views, and we appreciate you so much. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the next video.